Michael Bloomberg is an American businessman, publisher, and philanthropist who served as the mayor of New York for a total of 3 terms before becoming a billionaire. According to Forbes, he's also one of the wealthiest individuals in the world with an estimated net worth of $76.8 billion. He's also the founder and owner of Bloomberg LP. On November 24, 2019, Bloomberg declared his candidacy for the presidency of the United States in the 2020 election as a Democrat. However, in March of 2020, he halted his campaign and endorsed President Joe Biden. He then spent hundreds of millions of dollars to defeat former President Trump. And in 1966, Bloomberg began his career in the financial industry by landing an entry-level position at the investment firm Salomon Brothers. After 15 years, he was sacked from his job. After receiving his windfall, Bloomberg founded Innovative Market Solutions to provide traders with data on U.S. territory bond prices using cutting-edge information systems technology. In 1982, Merrill Lynch started working heavily as both a customer and investor. This business eventually evolved into Bloomberg LP, a media and financial information firm with headquarters in New York and offices in more than 100 locations around the world. Then, in 1981, Michael Bloomberg was one of the co-founders of Bloomberg LP, Financial Information and Media Corporation. He was the one who provided the startup capital for the firm, and he currently controls 88% of the company, which is projected to have sales of over $12 billion. As a significant benefactor, he has given more than $12.7 billion to a variety of charitable projects, including those regarding gun control and climate change. Michael Bloomberg declared his candidacy for the presidency of the United States in the 2020 election on November 24, 2019, as a member of the Democratic Party. He stated to the Federal Election Commission that he had spent more than $1 billion on his campaign, which he had funded himself. The statement Bloomberg released as a part of his campaign made clear that Trump was the target. In his writing, he said, quote-unquote, "In order to stop Donald Trump and help restore America, I'm running for President of the United States. We cannot afford to have President Trump continue his irresponsible and immoral behavior for another 4 years. He poses an existential risk to our nation, as well as to the principles that we uphold. If he upholds another term in office, we may never recover from the damage." U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, one of the leading contenders for the president, who is sworn to banish money bags from politics, lashed out at former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg as he started his campaign with a $37 million television advertising blitz. Warren accused Bloomberg of seeking to purchase the American Republic. Bloomberg is one of the candidates who has vowed to remove money bags from politics. However, the television announcements made by Bloomberg have completely taken over the airwaves, both nationally and in Texas. According to Mark Jones, a political scientist at Houston's Rice University, who examined Federal Dispatch Commission records on announcement buys, Bloomberg has spent more than $15 million on TV announcements through the middle of January in the top 4 media demands in the state of Texas, which include Houston and Dallas. Due to the fact that he entered the race somewhat late and did not participate in any of the first 6 popular debates, Bloomberg often received a ranking of 6th in public opinion surveys. After a disappointing performance on Super Tuesday in 2020, Bloomberg withdrew from the contest for the presidency on March 4, 2020. The estimated value of his privately owned company, Bloomberg LP, is responsible for a significant chunk of his overall net worth. Because of the company's estimated yearly profit of $10 billion, the business would be worth at least $40 billion on the open market if it were ever put up for sale. This figure was derived from the open market. It is estimated to be valued between $60 and $70 billion. Michael's principal residence is in New York City and is a 5-story townhouse located on East 79th Street. He purchased his home in 1986 for $3.5 million, which is equivalent to spending roughly $8 million at the time. Michael expanded his initial home into a mega property over the course of many decades by purchasing 5 of the 6 units in the townhouse next door, producing a mega complex in the process. This currently is worth at least $50 million at this very moment. In May 2013, Michael handed out the final report and financial information that he had compiled for his mayoral duties. As a result of this investigation, Bloomberg at the time had 14 arbitrary properties and was paying its house staff a minimum of $2,000. Bloomberg is a very wealthy philanthropist who puts particular emphasis on the environment, stricter gun laws, and more educational opportunities. He intends to give away the majority of his riches to charitable causes before he dies. One of the most noteworthy gifts was more than $3 billion given to Johns Hopkins University over the course of many donations. In 2015, he made a gift of $100 million to Cornell University. At the time that was written, he had donated almost $8 billion of his wealth. As a philanthropist, he and his organization, Bloomberg Philanthropies, have given out an estimated total of $11 billion, the majority of which has been contributed to the 5 primary areas of interest, which include arts, education, the environment, public health, and government innovation. Well guys, that's going to do it for today's video, so thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. We'll see you all in the next one.